As we come back to you from Royal Farms Arena in downtown Baltimore, Gary Stein, Paul Mittermeier, your Blast broadcasters. MASL opener here tonight. Blast leading Syracuse 12-7 at the half. Paul, an interesting first half to say the least.
Take a look at the highlights first. We had the shootout opportunity. And Lucio puts that one home. That gave the Blast the lead. And after a restart for Syracuse. Now watch this, by nice back heel by Ubi Parapovic, and then Santana drills it into the back, and that gave them a 4-3 lead. And they kept on coming. Nice job here. As I don't know if Boudreau touched that, but he interfered enough to where they got the goal. Then off the post, rebound, Zuniga off of the Silver Knights and in. And the Blast were not done there. As late in the half, a big-time mistake here by Syracuse, and it costs them. As you can't give the ball away in the midfield. Look at the step through by Ferdinand. And then Max wins the physical battle, drags it to his left foot, and beats the keeper to give the Blast a 12-7 halftime lead. And Gary, I talked about it before we came on, maybe the worst defensive effort we've seen from the Blast in a long time, but their firepower have given them a 12-7 halftime lead.
Well, J.J. Gibson had a couple of good chances for the Blast, could not convert. Of course, the defense without Mike Lookingland for the first time in, 10 years, 9 years? So it's going to take them a little time to adjust, but the Blast leading at 12-7 at the half. Play underway now in the third. Syracuse all black.
And, the coaching staff, Danny Kelly, David Bascom talked about Obasi and how impressive he would be, and they have not disappointed when they've talked about him, and he's not disappointed here in that first half tonight.
Great size in the midfield. Can win a ball, run a ball down, lead the break, as he showed earlier tonight. Blast with 7 points to close out the second quarter, all in a span of 2 minutes and 1 second, reversing a 7-6 deficit and coming away with a 12-7 lead. Lucio a two-pointer on a shootout, Zuniga a two-pointer from Forbes, and Ferdinand a two-pointer. 6 points unanswered late in the second quarter. Blast now controlling, just underway here in the third, a minute gone by. Vanzella in goal, has it at the yellow line. Blast making some changes here. Ferdinand now out on the field, along with Obasi, Roque, Zuniga, and the Diesel.
Just amazing what Vanzella does for you as well with his feet, the ability to have that sixth player on the field and kind of dictate things.
Elenio takes it from Roque, but Dos Santos gets it, or I should say Obasi, back for the Blast. Shot taken by Roque. That one just wide. Ferdinand going to win a ball. Does midfield now.
The third post for the Blast tonight, and another giveaway by Syracuse in their own end.
Those posts, they'll even out eventually, right?
You think, right? You keep playing long enough, I guess.
Good play by the Diesel. Into the corner, takes it away from Syracuse, from Grant. And now Lucio in the midfield circle. Blast making some changes. Healy now on.
It's interesting, the Danny Kelly and David Bascom compared Obasi to Michelle Millwood in that he's got that size and that ability to go end-to-end, but he's a good defender too. Oh!
Inside the box, almost off of Manfoot. Hey, we got a special guest here tonight, but let's do a couple of reads first. We'll do that. And what are we doing? Fans, the official uniform provider of the Baltimore Blast is Top Tier Gear, your source for the latest in team gear and apparel. Visit us online at toptiergear.com to learn how TTG can provide your team their own custom look, just like we did for your Baltimore Blast. Also, Urban Pirates is Baltimore's only pirate ship adventure. Set sail from Fells Point and learn how to blast the water cannons, hunt for treasure, and become a real urban pirate. Available for field trips, birthday parties, or just a family fun day aboard the pirate ship Fearless. Adult bring your own grog cruises available as well. Jeremy, you can bring your own grog.
Oh, nice.
Absolutely. Visit urbanpirates.com to book your tickets now. Greenwood Towing is an established leader in private property trespass towing in the Mid-Atlantic region. We have the staff and equipment to respond quickly to your phone call. Our certified drivers and staff have the training and experience it takes to resolve any parking problems, just like we've been doing since 1925. The Jeremy that I was referring to is an old, he's not old, but he's an old friend of mine, Jeremy Kahn from 105.7 The Fan. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. I feel like the broadcast was better looking when Paul was here. So
infinitely better looking.
Yeah, there's no question there. But no, I'm doing well, man. Doing well. I was happy to be here tonight. It was pretty cool. My son was actually, he's on the Perry Hall White Marsh team. So we were planning on being here when they asked me to be a part of halftime. I said, of course, makes sense.
So your son is how old?
He is 11.
11 years old. Oh, I should mention that you're do the 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. show with Scott Garceau on 105.7 The Fan. So you're not just some fan like that's here tonight.
No, I just actually snuck in. I'm surprised these guys let me back here.
Actually, there's a picture of you, like a side picture of you up on the wall like they have in the post office here to like not let you in.
I think that,
you know what I'm saying?
They probably got that off a men's restroom somewhere. But, yeah, I'm not allowed in a lot of places.
Jeremy, longtime radio talk show host here in town. So let me ask you a question, and I was in that business for a long time as well. What's it going to take, or can it take, for indoor soccer to get talked about more on the radio? Do you guys talk about it at all?
Yeah, I think our show is one of the few that does. We had Danny Kelly on this week. This is entrenched in Baltimore. You're talking about
34 years now.
Yeah, and the fans in the 80s, this was huge.
I know.
So maybe it's time. Maybe the fact that success in the U.S. team in soccer and more fans will come here. I think it's a pretty good crowd tonight. You know better than I do.
Yeah, it's about 8,000.
Yeah, so and more and more people talking about it. The Blast have had success. That's not a question. What are they going for after their 8th championship this year?
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's take you back to the action here. 10:40 now left in the third. Blast lead at 12-7. Healy in the midfield. Finding Roque now inside the yellow line. Blast pressuring with Donatelli. That one just wide. Rebound. We'll come back to the keeper. Jeremy Kahn from 105.7 joining us here on the broadcast. So let's use your son as an example. Is he into indoor soccer? Is he into soccer in general? Like, what's his view of the thing?
Yeah, I think he loves Neto. But yeah, he's into soccer, all types. And the interesting thing is, like, nobody in my family really plays it and or played it. We all played as kids, but he's just stuck with it. He loves it. And I told him, I said, if you like something, you're going to be given every opportunity to play. And now he's been playing travel and club soccer for I think 5 years now.
One touch here for Syracuse just wide of the net. Blast still lead at 12-7 with 9:50 left in the third. Jeremy Kahn joining us here on the broadcast. From your perspective, you probably as a kid grew up playing baseball and football just like I did. Mm-hmm. Does your son even play baseball?
Yeah, my oldest does, not my youngest.
Because most kids now, lacrosse and soccer.
Yeah, they both play basketball. We got back from Cooperstown with my older son this year playing baseball. But you're right, there's not a lot of kids out there. It starts to thin out around this age. And they had 2 teams last year. They'll be lucky to have one this year.
9:20 left in the third quarter here. Here's Roque with a right foot. That one wide. Rebound towards the yellow line. A couple quick questions for you just on Baltimore sports in general. Ravens at 5-4 going into tomorrow.
I mean, obviously, you hope to go 6-4 in the bye week.
Against that opponent.
Yeah, you're a double-digit favorite. The one thing they have going for them is they're coming off a bye week, and we all know the news with the Ravens secondary. It's been atrocious at best, and I think that's a compliment when you look at it in the past 2 games. But I think they win tomorrow going to the bye week. They're typically good after the bye, so we see them sitting there at 7-4. I believe they're going to win all their home games. The big question is, can they at least get one of those 3 on the road? Those are 3 tough road games.
And what did you think about Maryland's, let's see what the play is here first, deep in their territory with 8:40 left. What did you think of Maryland snubbing Penn State's captains before the game last week?
I hated it, man.
Me too. It was the worst.
Even I teach my kids, I coach basketball, I teach them, you always shake hands. You don't pull any of that garbage, and I couldn't stand it.
Adriano DeSantos is the injured Blast player down on the side being looked at by the trainers. My litmus test on that is this. Explain it to a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
If you can explain behavior appropriately to a 10-year-old, then it was the right thing to do. If you can't explain it to a 10-year-old, it was the wrong thing to do.
Yeah, there was no place. And then some fans are trying to defend them, saying, well, they came skipping through their line. Be better.
It doesn't matter.
Be better than that,
Absolutely. JC, always good to catch up with you, my friend.
By the way, I was watching Diego out there. He's got some gorgeous hair there. Does that make you a little jealous at all, or no? Or do you think about that?
I don't really think about that until you just brought it up, actually.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring it up, but thanks for having me.
Do you want to know the funniest thing about that? Yeah. I actually used to have hair like that.
All right, get out of here.
30 years ago. I'm going to show you a picture.
I want to see the picture.
I'm going to show you a picture of me 30 years ago.
All right.
JC, you are the man.
Thanks, man. Good seeing you.
Too. Thank you. We'll get Paul Mittermeier back with us in a moment. 8:40 left to go in the third. Hey, look, it's Dave Ricklin there on the field. Oh, we're off? Oh, no, we're on. Hey, Paul,
Hey,
how are you?
Hey, Gary, how are you?
I'm good. I was just, with my buddy JC there from
Yes.
105.7 The Fan.
Awesome.
Yeah, what's going on with you?
I'm just hanging out.
Cool. Were you watching the game while we were talking?
That was pretty vicious. I thought it looked like Adriano got kicked, and then went down awkwardly in the corner over there.
But no call there.
Another couple scoring chances for the Blast, right? Lucas Roque.
That's 5 now. I mean, by the sheer grace of the Lord, Syracuse is still in the game. Baltimore Blast Thanksgiving and Holiday Indoor Soccer Tournaments. For more information, call Mike Conway, 410-558-4292, or mconway@baltimoreblast.com. Also, the Holiday Inn Inner Harbor is the official hotel of the Baltimore Blast. Call for a special discounted Blast rate all season long. Also, visit us at the Holiday Inn Inner Harbor's Eaton West for dinner or drinks before or after any Baltimore Blast game. Fans, Murray Cellular, authorized AT&T retailer and your one-stop shop for all your wireless needs. Mobile share plans, unlimited talk and text, smartphones, tablets, and much more. Call Murray Cellular now, 410-882-0001. That's 410-882-0001. And for 50 years, Rosedale Roofing has proudly served the Baltimore region, making a big impact on our community. Honesty and service is what you can expect every time with Rosedale Roofing. Visit us online at rosedaleroofing.com today. Good pressure here by the Blast. Obasi over to Roque. Off the boards in the box. Zuniga just wide, just high. Third time is finally kicked away by Syracuse.
Lucas does such a good job of using his body to create better shooting angles for himself. He never settles for taking difficult shots. He always seems to find a way to turn the corner and get a better look on goal. We saw it there again that time.
Caro Forbes sat on the floor now for Baltimore along with Roque.
There you go again.
And right on, O'Quinn makes the save. And Lucio now in the midfield. Blast continue to lead it by 5 with 7 minutes left to go in the third. Blast trailed 7-6 late in the first half and then a 3-goal flurry within 2 minutes. Reverse this game, no call here. Santana up ahead, intended for Ubi. Picked off by Forbes.
How was that not a foul? Just basically took 2 hands and pushed him in the back.
6:41 now left in the third. Back to Van Zella. Here's Mello now for the Blast, one of the newcomers. Blast now playing the possession game, Paul, like Syracuse was doing in the first half.
No doubt. Much better third quarter defensively for the Blast.
Here's a turn by Ferdinand, gets inside, broken up by Santana. Nice footwork there by the captain.
Nifty play by Santana.
Van Zella. And a call here on Santana as going down is Mello.
And again, you see great play by Santana, but he tries the all or nothing pass, which doesn't connect, and now all of a sudden it's back in the hands of the Blast.
So the Blast newcomers tonight, Obasi seeing a lot of time, very effective for Baltimore. Mello has seen the field, Forbes has seen the field. Blast fans, Blast Soccer brought to you by Atlantic Remodeling, locally owned and operated for all your window, siding, and roofing needs, and the best guarantee in the business. Their red cent guarantee means you don't pay a red cent until the job is complete to your satisfaction. For more information, look them up at atlanticremodeling.com or call 888-733-2368. That's 888-RED-CENT. If you need an apartment, Henderson Webb is your hometown property management company with over 10,000 apartments in Baltimore, Anne Arundel, Howard, and Baltimore City. Call 410-885-4100 or visit aptrent.com. Ask about the Blast Rent Special Equal Housing Opportunity. Blast fans, Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield is committed to the health of our community and especially the health of our children. That's why Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield is proud to sponsor Saves for Kids with the Baltimore Blast. For every save made by a Blast goalie this season, Care First will donate $20 to Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Chesapeake. The goal is to reach $20,000 by the end of the season. Thank you to Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield for the Saves for Kids program. 5:04 left in the third, a timeout on the floor with the Blast leading 12-7. Back after this.
brain activity. At Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield, we give... Did you know that dancing can do wonders for your health? It's been proven to reduce stress, Did you know that dancing can do wonders for your health? It's been proven to reduce stress, strengthen your heart and lungs, and actually improve bone density. Tests show it can even improve brain activity. At Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield, we give you even more to dance about. More choices, more experience, more doctors. So if you know what's good for you, keep dancing. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield. More to feel good about.
In the Major Arena Soccer League. Blast leading Syracuse 12-7 here in the third. 5 minutes left to go. Blast will have it from right to left. Healy on the ball for Baltimore. So now, Paul, you take a look at a guy like Pat Healy, who's kicking now for the Blast. Only Neto has played in more Blast games in his career than Healy on the current roster.
That's pretty amazing, right?
Yeah. And so it's the next, it's the next leader up for the Blast, as it were.
No doubt. And you look at Neto and Pat Healy, and then all of a sudden you look at some of the roster, and you see like one year experience, first year, no experience, 2 years experience, and there's a lot of those guys this year for the Blast. And you can see how the roster has definitely turned over in the last couple of years.
When we, back in the early 2000s, the guys like Wakefield and Salenza and Nelson, long gone guys, but then it turned over to guys like Lookingland and Neto and Lucio. And while those two are still here, now new guys like Healy and Ferdinand, Roque.
The bottom line is that the players change, but the system really doesn't. You can, as long as you have that same philosophy, that same system in place, you can teach those new guys how to play it, and you just roll them over.
Speaking of rolling over, how about Vanzella rolling on the floor, making the play? And just what about Vanzella for Sagu, who was, the 3-time goalkeeper of the year in his term here in Baltimore?
How about that? You go through and you look at a guy, Sagu, who had such a great career here, and all of a sudden he's gone. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? And then, William Vanzella walks through the door, and he doesn't miss a beat. And in some regards, could argue he's a little bit better than Sagu in some areas.
Probably better with his feet, a little bit more athletic. Sagu still in the league with Dallas, in fact. 3:20 now left in the third. Blast still holding on to the 12-7 lead. No scoring here in the third. Blast have clamped down defensively. Vanzella inside the box.
There was a period with about 4 minutes going in the quarter where the Blast had a chance to just blow this open, and they just didn't convert on their chances. And all of a sudden now Syracuse kind of looks up, and they're still in it with about 3 minutes left here in the third.
Santana with Neto. It'll stay with the Blast now with 2:52 left in the third. DeSantos, Zuniga, Lucio, Neto, and the Diesel for Baltimore right now. Here's Neto and Santana. Nice play by Nelson Santana as he stepped in front of Neto. DeSantos keeping it alive for the Blast. Neto now will chase in the corner. Zuniga for some help. A whistle here. Looks like this one will be on Neto.
Oh, no, they're going to drop the ball.
Drop ball, yeah.
There was a stalemate in the corner. Looked like Neto had his arms around the neck of Santana.
It definitely looked like that. And Santana's telling him that. So basically it's like a face-off.
Actually, that's Neto against Neto.
Oh, that is.
That's not Santana, that's Neto. So Neto v. Neto.
Right, and they're not related apparently.
No. Neto is like Johnson in Brazil.
That's funny because Danny told me it was like Smith.
Yeah. Well, all right, third time's the charm.
Try it again. Boy, that was a pretty aggressive face-off. Picked up by O'Quinn, rolled out.
What just happened there?
I don't know. Basically, the Knights got the ball. Now Vanzella has it for the Blast. Rolls it out near side for Lucio. Blast quickly up ahead past midfield. Zuniga. Here's the return back to Lucio. Off the boards. Blast lurking around, keeping it alive. That's well played by Baltimore.
See, there you go. They make the run up the floor, but they win the ball back.
Nice move. DeSantos scores! He did it! All on his own, and the Blast have doubled up the Knights.
That was a slick move by Adriano. He crossed it over.
Hey,
and he's into the
wait a
crowd.
minute. What's he doing?
Is he going to kiss Lucio's wife?
Oh, let's see. Oh, that's his own little baby. So now we got a new goal. We have an Adriano DeSantos kiss the baby goal.
And that Care First replay, that was well worth the kiss the baby goal. Let's see if we can see it. He crosses over, and I guess we won't see it, but he crossed over, went down the wing, and then just hit a laser beam into the corner of the net, beating O'Quinn to make it 14-7.
Time of the goal, 13-13 of the third. And the assist goes to Zuniga. That's his first assist of the year. He's got a goal and an assist tonight. Time of the goal, 13-13. DeSantos gives the Blast a 14-7 lead. So how many other players now are going to take advantage of the boards being down and doing the kissing in the stands?
Kissing relatives.
And that one over the boards. It'll be a goalkeeper distribution for the Blast. Blast have now held Syracuse scoreless for approximately the last 23 game minutes here. Since the 5:57 mark of the second, we're now at 1:10 left in the third.
Now, much better defensive play by the Blast here in the third quarter.
Here's a nice ball from Roque. From Vanzella, I should say, to Roque. Through the box, Ferdinand double-teamed. Mello comes over and makes a nice play, but this will go off of Mello. It'll be a goal kick for the Knights. Less than a minute now to go in the third. Syracuse had a 7-6 lead after an Ubi Parapovic goal, a three-pointer at the 5:57 mark of the second, but since then it's been all Blast. 8 straight points, 4 goals. Blast lead at 14-7. Blast have been almost unbeatable at home the last 2 years. A 21-2 regular season record. The only two teams that have beaten Baltimore are Missouri back in 2013 and Milwaukee last year in a shutout, 8-0. 25 seconds left in the third.
No rush here for Vanzella. The Blast with
Now
the lead.
Syracuse did beat the Blast in Baltimore last year in the playoffs. 9-6 the final.
Still time here for the Blast.
Healy now, 9 seconds, 8 seconds. He's trying to turn. Santana turns him around. Healy's still on the ball, and he's down. 2 seconds, 1 second. That'll be the end of the third quarter. And Healy's still very slow to get up in his own end. But the Blast tack on another goal from DeSantos and lead it 14-7 after 3 quarters of play. We'll take a timeout and come back for our final 15 in regulation right after this.
Baseball and my family seem to go hand in hand, seem natural. Seems to be built into everything I do. I'm hardwired into MedStar Sports Medicine the same way. I pick up the phone, I call them, I go. They're the sports medicine experts. I trust them.
We direct your attention to the midfield area. They're the most beautiful girls in the MASL. Please welcome your Baltimore Blast cheerleaders.
Pat Healy.
Final 15 minutes of regulation here in Baltimore at the Royal Farms Arena. Gary Stein and Paul Mittermeier back with you here. Blast leading Syracuse 14-7 after 3. Blast getting a 2-point goal from Adriano dos Santos at the 13-13 mark of the third. And stretching what was a 12-7 halftime lead to 14-7 after 3.
The more impressive thing, Gary, has been the defensive play in the last 22 minutes. Just limiting what Syracuse could do and really just getting it done on that end of the floor.
Blast haven't allowed a goal to Syracuse in the last 24 minutes plus in this game. Last time Syracuse scored was at the 5:57 mark of the second.
Kick in Syracuse.
Knights with a kick in here. Manfoot losing it to the Diesel. Up ahead, good ball for Lucio. Santana gets involved. And now a foul called.
The Diesel with a little veteran nudge that time, right before the ball came in, that allowed him to win that one.
Santana picks up another foul here. So it's got to be at least 2 on Santana now in the second half. Neto on the floor, along with Forbus. Lucio. Healy back on the floor, along with Donatelli.
Tony has been quiet tonight. Oh, nice ball there for Neto, and he just headed it wide. O'Quinn was beaten. How about that read by Healy?
Up ahead for Neto. Neto looking for some help. A little back heel for Healy, broken up by the defense. And now coming away with it out of the pack. The Silver Knights. This is Jelovac, the big defender. Scored a game winner against Baltimore last year in Syracuse with less than a minute to go. Now the Knights with a chance inside Blast territory, trying to work in on Ferdinand and Van Zella was Neto, broken up by the Blast. Chantel now for Syracuse. Ubi.
I thought Neto got in too deep, but then he did a nice job of protecting the ball, and then he actually got a good turn there and actually got a good chance.
Up ahead for Neto. Look at Van Zella. Way out of there. And now he's mixed up in it all. He'll do some unconventional things sometimes.
Well, William has come off his line quite a bit tonight.
But you know what's interesting about him? He was aggressive right away. That's just the kind of player he is.
Very good with his feet. I think and Zuniga there, I think blew a tire, repairs the shoe. I think he could play in the field. I really do. I think he could be a pretty good defender.
Yeah, you had mentioned earlier, it's like having a sixth player on the field, sixth field player, the way that he comes out, uses his feet.
It's just such a huge advantage.
29-8 in his regular season 2-year career for the Blast.
You know, we mentioned earlier that the Blast signed Phil Saunders, and that's going to be the challenge for Phil. You know, Phil's an outstanding goalkeeper as far as making saves goes, but he's got a lot of work to do with his feet, and that's going to be the challenge for him to get acclimated here with the boards and being able to distribute and use his feet and be that kind of player.
Just saw the signature bicycle kick from Roque, clearing it.
I've seen it somewhere before.
What a memorable goal that was in the championship game 2 years ago against Missouri. It actually wasn't the game winner. I looked it up. Dos Santos got the actual game winner to make it 6-4 in the fourth, and then Roque made it 8-4 the final with the bicycle kick.
Oh.
Look at that move by Obasi.
He's shown some great skills.
Yep.
Yeah.
11:15 left in this one. Blast by 7 in the box for Zuniga. Broken up. Zuniga just physicals his man and now gets called for the foul. Going down hard for.
It's not too often you see one official stand 5 feet from the play. that doesn't blow the whistle.
Doesn't
And
make
then
the call.
Tim Tima, who was about 75 feet from the play, decided he was going to blow his whistle. And I believe they have shown the yellow to Zuniga for delay of game after he kicked the ball into the net. And that's what William Venzel saying, hey, Tim, there was a referee down there. And there you go. And then Williams is shown the card as well.
I hope the Blast have enough players to finish the game.
And Tim said, William, I was very aware where the official was.
I thought when you started that sentence with "it's not often you see," I thought you were going to finish it with somebody pulling down Bo Yelovich.
Yelovich, yeah.
Because he's a mountain. So the Blast. So let's do this now. The Blast get what? 2 5-minute yellows.
2 5-minute misconducts.
There's a timeout here. We'll take one here with 11:08 left, and we'll kind of rehash everything for you and keep it in order after this. Back at you here at the arena with 11:08 left to go in the game. Blast leading 14-7. Blast now 10 minutes worth of penalties, 2 5-minute misconducts. One on the keeper Vanzella, one on Zuniga. Gibson is serving the penalty for Vanzella. Oh! How about that? That would have been an unbelievable three-pointer. And then some contact here.
Well, things are unraveling here in the Syracuse end.
How about the speed from Mello coming in on that long shot by the Blast?
Yeah, so Zuniga in the box.
Gibson in the box, serving for Vanzella. Blast taking away in midfield. Santana breaking that ball up, intended for Roque. For leaving the crease.
Well, he came out of his box to argue the call and to let Tim Tima know that there was an official that was in the Syracuse end that was quite able to make that call, and that Tim didn't necessarily have to blow the whistle in that situation. So once he leaves the box to argue the call, Tima shows him the yellow. It's a ticky-tack foul call or misconduct call, but it's by the book.
But it ends up in 10 minutes of penalties for the Blast, although no power play.
I'm willing to bet that, though, there'll be other goalkeepers that do that this year that won't get a misconduct.
I think I'll pass on that bet. Blast now with less than 10 minutes to go, leading 14-7.
Oh, what a ball. What a ball by Vanzella.
Neto trying to fight off Chantel.
Rutgers only kicked him 3 times.
Blast Soccer brought to you by Advanced Radiology, proud to be the official medical imaging provider of the Baltimore Blast. When you need fast, accurate results, trust the team of experts at Advanced Radiology. Visit advancedradiology.com for a location near you. Also, ABC2 is a proud supporter of the Baltimore Blast. Remember to check out their new show, In Focus. Weeknights at 6 p.m. It's the next level of local news dedicated to providing you with more in-depth and original reporting. In Focus. Check it out. Weeknights, 6 p.m. on ABC2. Less than 9 minutes now to go in regulation. Blast lead by 7. Broken up, Roque. Blast with a chance. 3-on-2 if they hurry. And that one is broken up by Yelovich.
Yeah, but the Blast win the possession back. Clear push there, no call.
Healy on the near side.
Nobody marking Roque at all.
There is Lucas, defended by Yelovich. Ferdinand on the near side. Max with a goal tonight, a 3-pointer and a 2-pointer. So he's got 2 goals tonight. Lucio's got 2 goals tonight. Zuniga with a goal and DeSantos with a goal for the Blast. Blast with 2 3-pointers here tonight. This will be a kick in for
Syracuse.
Syracuse.
Have a good restart opportunity here. The Silver Knights have to figure things out here. It's 8 minutes left. They're running out of time. The Blast have done a great job of possessing here in the second half, so Syracuse has to get something on the board. Even with 3-pointers, they're still 3 goals behind.
Kick in from the corner, but this is not a corner kick. Santana. Here's Yelovach.
Really needed to get more out of that than what they did.
Here's a chance now. Manfoot. Nice defense by Lucio. Cut that off right at the knees.
Now, this is the most possession time we've seen for Syracuse in quite a while.
7:30 left to go in the fourth. Manfoot's got a goal here tonight. Blastmen now very disciplined in their defense. Mello trails Bordeaux. And DeSantos right on Santana. I think he just lost his feet, did Neto for Syracuse. Healy now for the Blast.
Oh, good ball.
Yep. Up ahead along the boards for Donatelli. Intended for Ferdinand, but Neto runs it down for the Knights. Less than 7 minutes now to go in the game. Held in by Donatelli. That's footwork there. Off the boards. Neto through the box and into the net. What a play. Neto saw Ferdinand in the box, and he got it to him, and Max scores the hat trick.
Ferdinand was unmarked for about a minute over on that side. They just had to figure out a way to get him the ball. There was a lot of traffic. So Neto, after a deflection the first time, goes down the boards and just kicks it off the glass to the other side onto the foot of Ferdinand for the goal.
Time of the goal, 8:19 of the fourth. A timeout on the floor. Ferdinand with a hat trick tonight, a 3 and 2 2-pointers. Blast lead Syracuse 16-7. We'll be back right after this.
Striking fear into the hearts of homeowners. ORS. Old Roof Syndrome.
The solution? Atlantic Remodeling. Baltimore's #1 roofing company and the best guarantee in the business.
Our Red Cent guarantee means that you don't pay a red cent until the project's complete to your satisfaction. And this month, save 50% off all installation costs.
Peace of mind and money well spent. Call Atlantic today, 888 Red Cent.
Available for catering and serving traditional Irish fare and an eclectic gourmet menu for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. 7 days a week. Catch all televised soccer matches and cheer on the Blast at the pub. Visit slancha.com. No, slanchapub.com. MeQ is Baltimore's credit union. Great rates on loans. Visit us at meq.com to see. Again, that's meq.com.
All right, Gary, go ahead.
And the Blast Thanksgiving and holiday indoor soccer tournaments are happening. For more information, call Mike Conway, 410-558-4292. Send him an email, mconway@baltimoreblast.com. Also, most energy drinks have warning labels that contain harmful side effects. Approved by the Heart Health Association, Youth Infusion delivers a potent blend of 35 vitamins, minerals, and other key nutrients, providing a blast of energy, get it? Naturally, without stimulants, caffeine, or sugar. Infuse your vitamins and get your Youth Infusion today at the merchandise stands while supplies last. Mix with a bottle of water and enjoy all life has to offer today. And if you're looking to refinance or buy a home, call Fremont Mortgage Funding. Your loan is handled here in Baltimore, not out of state. Don't make a 30-year mistake by choosing the wrong lender. Fremont Mortgage Funding is proud to back the Blast. That's why Fremont is on their uniform back. When you are ready to buy or refinance your home, Fremont is ready to back you too. Call 800-955-8508 for a free analysis. Don't make a 30-year mistake by choosing the wrong lender.
Another missed opportunity by the Blast is Donatelli puts it off the crossbar. Now, what do you do here if you're Syracuse, Gary? You go sixth attacker?
You have to. You're 3 goals behind. And I say that as only 3 goals behind at this point.
Right. I mean, you're 3 threes away. It's 3:30. Don't you have to call a timeout and go sixth attacker?
I would have done it just then, actually. And maybe they'll do it. Send it back to the keeper.
I guess not.
Well, that's a mistake. Blast have now held Syracuse goalless for 36 minutes. Remember, the last goal was scored at 5:57 of the second.
Just amazing that they didn't go sixth attacker.
3:05 left in this one. The Knights trail by 9. Healy up ahead into the corner for Neto. Picked up by Chantel. Neto still fighting hard, keeps it alive to Obasi.
Blast here in no hurry now.
Here's Zuniga and Chantel. Neto got a chance. O'Quinn equal to the play. Hey, Blast fans, Chesapeake Employers Insurance is Maryland's largest writer for workers' comp insurance. For a business coverage quote, connect with your local agent. Are you frustrated at work by slow computers or system crashes? If so, Netacom's computer and network support team can help. Netacom provides flat-rated service plans for businesses just like yours. Put Netacom on your team's roster. Check us out at netacom.com. 2 minutes left to go in this one. Ferdinand Zuniga. Here's Santana now for Syracuse, broken up by Obasi.
It's a good job by Santana to win it back momentarily.
Obasi now, with those long legs, creates some space. Oh, he just hit the face of O'Quinn. Ball still loose. Healy. And that one is blocked.
Pat just waited a little too long to reload there.
Zuniga. That's a battle in the corner. Oh, that can lead to something. Oh, here we go.
Seriously? Where's the card here? How do you not give a card there for just a blatant push, two-handed push in the chest?
From Santana.
I mean, come on.
Still jawing at each other, Zuniga and Santana. And Healy basically pushes Zuniga off the floor.
Wow.
It'll be interesting to see what the postgame is like here.
I'm just still interested that Syracuse did not
Sixth attacker.
Put a sixth attacker jersey on.
Roque leading the charge. Broken up by Chantel. 1 minute to go. Less than a minute. Blast are going to roll at home and beat these Knights. Blast will go to 1-0 on the season. 22-2 since the beginning of 12 at home. And now a push. As Obasi goes down, courtesy of Neto.
Great crowd here tonight, Gary.
Nice opening night crowd here in Baltimore. 34th year of indoor soccer. All the way back from 1980, 79-80.
Blast will play keep away.
Blast getting a hat trick from Max Ferdinand, a couple of goals from Lucio, great goalkeeping from Van Zella, and after a very shaky start defensively, the Blast will have held Syracuse scoreless for the last 40 minutes in this game. Blast win at 16-7.
Impressive effort defensively after a shaky start. Maybe some nerves. Blast settle it down. They get a huge goal from Max Ferdinand at the end of the first half that gives them a little bit of cushion, and then they build it out from there. 2 goals in the second half to create that 16-7 final result.
Blast basically turned it around late in the second. It was 7-6 Syracuse, but the Blast getting 3 goals in a 2-minute span at 12:28, 13:54, and 14:29. Lucio on a shootout, Zuniga a 2-pointer, and Ferdinand a 2-pointer, and that was really the turning point in the game, that 2-minute stretch right there.
I think that was the handling call on Santana that got that shootout goal. Zuniga gets the 2-pointer, and then that big mistake by Syracuse in the midfield. Ferdinand makes the steal, beats 2 players, goes down and beats the keeper to give them a 5-point lead with 31 seconds left in the half.
And it's a division win. Remember, 23 teams this year, 4 divisions. It's a division win tonight. And the Blast go to 1-0 on the year. Van Zella gets the win. He goes to 1-0. His career mark now is 30-8 in the regular season. Our Pepsi player of the game.
There it is. Here's the play right here. He wins the ball physically at the yellow, crosses over on the left, and beats the keeper to make it 12-7. Huge goal there. They see this one. He's set up by Neto as Ferdinand finishes on the doorstep. And Neto, nice job with that assist. And Max Ferdinand, the Pepsi player of the game.
Ferdinand with the 3 and 2 2-pointers. Chesapeake Employers Insurance save of the game. And
tell you what,
from Van Zella.
Van Zella had a bunch of them tonight. He was tested. Right here, though, from downtown, the 3-pointer, and Williams up to the task. And he's able to move to his left and parry that one to the boards.
Acrobatic, no doubt, in goal. Van Zella gets the win, 1-0 on the year, and the Blast go to 1-0 on the season. So, final thoughts here from Baltimore.
Well, it's a favorable schedule for the Blast, no doubt. They start with 5 of their first 6 at home. Gives them a chance to kind of get things stabilized, and then they finish with 3 of their last 5 at home. So we'll see how things play out, but a good win in the division tonight.
Our next broadcast will be this coming Friday night from Baltimore when the Blast take on the Detroit Waza Flow. Game time 7:35 right here on the net. Our final again, Blast 16, Night 7. Andrew Primrose and the rest of Invicta, thank you so much. Paul Mittermeier, same to you. We'll see you next week right here.